Good morning, everyone. This is Monday, the 9th of October 2016. See, I'm back at home. Apologies for not uploading some videos over the last couple of days, or even over the last week or 2 weeks actually. Very little content, mainly because I've just not been up to it. You have to excuse my voice. For some reason, this recovery is affecting my voice, and my jaw feels really tight today. So it's now coming up to, I think, 13 days since the operation. Swelling is going down. I think recovery is going well. I've lost over a stone since the op. I think that's mainly down to not eating, or not being able to eat and drink. I think over the last 2 days is the only 2 days that I've really started to get my appetite back and able to keep stuff in, and to keep stuff in really. I've got some bacon on the way, which I'm looking forward to. I might have a sausage with it as well. So what happened after the op? Well, the op went for about 2 hours, so slightly longer than expected, but it was successful. There was a slight bleed somewhere, I forget where, but nothing to worry about. I then came up and was in recovery, or in the ward, in my room for the rest of the time, on morphine, which was self-administrated via a PCA. Very clever device. You can only click it so many times. You can click it as many times as you want, but morphine would only get administrated via the system as and when it sees fit, and via the dosage. If I recall correctly, I was kind of like more or less spaced out, but was trying to talk. Probably the worst thing ever, I think. Should have just really lied there and just let it all out. Just let the body do what it needed to do, but I suppose I was just trying to fight it. And my dad and Charlotte was there, my wife. So I remember talking to them a lot. The professor came in and said that they had removed, I think, like a foot of intestine, I think, roughly, approximately. The tumour appeared to be smaller than what they had expected, and the staples where they connect the large bowel appear to be holding well and have a good airlock. So, and on that note, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time we'll go for a test and go for an exam, an X-ray, and see how well they are holding and healing. I then started to suffer with hiccups or pressure on my diaphragm, and I was still nil by mouth at that time, or wind. So bearing in mind I was in an intravenous drip, oxygen, morphine, had an epidural fitted for some reason. I can't remember how that got fitted, but apparently I woke up on the bed and they out of literally just straight after the op, and they said, "Can I feel any pain?" And I was like, yeah, I'm in agony. So they fitted an epidural and then administrated pain straight to there. So then over the next 2 days, then hiccups and burps, wind. I was trying to get rid of the pressure building up on my diaphragm was immense. Again, nil by mouth. I think I then started to go to water, little sips, maybe Thursday morning, maybe Wednesday evening. I think. And basically, long story short, by Friday, I was absolutely, well, Saturday morning, I was absolutely ball bagged. I was awake practically, I think, for 48 hours without any sleep, very minimal sleep anyway, with trapped winds, burping, having to move all the time. And what appeared to happen is that my middle, the middle bit of my stomach is effectively started to work, but then stopped or didn't start working. So all the fluids going in, and then the bowel, the small bowel was working because it was producing liquid and stuff like that, which was good. But the middle bowel just so obviously all the fluid had to go somewhere that I wasn't taking, and on Saturday morning it did go everywhere. It came back up, and it wasn't a pretty sight, especially when you look at it and it's the same colour as what your bowel's producing. Sorry, just a little bit niggle there. So Saturday saw a bit of a turnaround, because then I had a gut starter, kind of like an anti-sickness kind of like gut starter medication. Occasionally I get this wind. I have to sit up. There we go. Excuse me. I did try Oxo soup or some sort of soup and tea, I think Thursday, but that just didn't work. So again, from Saturday, nil by mouth, back to the PCA because the PCA got removed. And I slept majority of Saturday, had some visitors, thank you for coming. Bought me some magazines and stuff, really good to see you guys. Sunday then things started to look up, and I think maybe on Saturday morning, or one of the days, they tried to stick a tube up my nose. They were on about doing it on the Wednesday, but they were going to see, and the tube was going to go up my nose into my stomach to get rid of all the bile that was building up. But that wasn't going to work. Although my nose is huge, it's quite thin up here, and it wasn't getting stuck. But you have to kind of like push it up. They have to push it up, and then you then have to swallow. But also your body's thinking, oh no, something's going up my nose, I can't breathe, so on and so forth. So they tried it twice, and I was absolutely shattered and in bits. So that didn't work. So Sunday through to Monday, then certain things came out. So like I think the drain came out, the catheter came out. Tuesday then starting to drink a little bit more. Had some breakfast, some food, but again very 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 small little 1 or 2 mouthfuls, that was it, of food. That's all I could handle. I ordered this lovely chicken and chips on Tuesday evening, I think. It turned up, and I looked at it, I was like, oh brilliant, and then I couldn't eat it. I could only handle a chip and a small little piece of chicken. And the food in that place was absolutely amazing. Came home Wednesday, conked out Wednesday evening, practically on the sofa, and then I think for 3 days then I was trying to eat and drink as much as I can, little steps, so like toast, going back to basics really, just after you've been ill, I suppose that's the other thing as well. So I had scrambled egg, I think, on Tuesday morning or maybe Monday morning, and my stomach then went into a block kind of like state. It felt really heavy, really weighty, and it goes through that motion because one, it's handling food again for this, it's in solids for the first time for over a week. Two, it's also just gone under a major operation and been manhandled. So yeah, you know, there's a lot of wind coming out. There's a lot of movement. It's trying to get settled. I don't know how long your intestines are, but you know, to take a foot out and to leave the rest in, it means that there's quite a lot left, right? So it's quite compact in there. So yeah, scrambled egg, quite stodgy stuff, kind of like makes you a little bit more solid. I then had mashed potato and fish. Maybe that was Monday evening. Again, that made me a little bit more solid. So apologies for that. So where was I? So yeah, certain foods that make you stodgy. So on Wednesday, then I came home, go back to basics, toast, a little bit. It's quite literally, I started off with half a slice, I think. Now my diet's slightly changed. You need a potential teaspoon of salt a day. You're not allowed any hard veg that's stringy, nothing that's got any kind of like skin on it. So jacket potato, you can eat the potato, but just don't eat the jacket. What else? Peas, not allowed peas unless they're really mashed up and completely like baby food, really. So that's the only things that I can have, baby food. I was then ill for 3 days, I think. Yeah, so Wednesday evening, Thursday evening, and Friday evening. Saturday then, I then had a sausage sandwich, and it was only very small, but it was probably the best and the nicest sausage that I've had, because everybody likes a bit of sausage, right? Yeah, the best feeling ever. So yeah, I've got some bacon coming today because my appetite's coming back, and especially after weighing myself this morning and finding out I've lost a stone. I need to put that back on, especially if I need chemo. And on that note, I don't know where we are with the results at the moment. We're still waiting for them back, basically. Waiting for the hospital to give me a call and tell me what they are. If not, we'll chase them up tomorrow because we've got to go back in and see how we're getting on with stoma and my output. So yeah, so that's it really. Slightly overdue, apologies. So we're kind of like in a bit of a limbo land at the moment, trying to progress with the operation, trying to get back on track to how I was before. I know it's going to take a bit of time, but even, you know, certain things really, just getting up, having a shower, moving, you just all need to be careful because I've got a cut from here all the way down to around about just above my little Jimmy Riddle. So yeah, it's been emotional, very emotional, draining, but we're getting there. That's it. So hopefully another update tomorrow with some results, and many thanks for your support, guys. Thumbs up if you like it, and share, please. Thank you very much. Ciao.